Yo, what is up, Box Critters fans? This is Juke from the Box Critters Guild. So today is March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody watching this video. And today we got a new St. Patrick's update in Box Critters, so in this video I'm just going to be showing you guys what we've got in this recent update. So of course we know what the tavern looks like. We've had the St. Patrick's decorations in the tavern for the past few days, but now we can actually go into the Snowman Village. We've already been able to enter this using the code join village, but today is the first day we actually officially are able to go in it through the box. And as you can see, as soon as we enter, the sign says Leprechaun Village. You can see the paint, like an orange paint bucket and the green paint bucket here with the St. Patrick's kind of top hat, and you can see the orange paint at the bottom of this plank to look like it's a ginger beard, which is kind of funny. Over here you can see there's a sticky note that says opening soon-ish. That's kind of like a funny joke from the twins, as you know, the shop has been saying opening soon for like a few months now, so yeah. What else do we got? You can see there's kind of shamrocks and stuff hanging from the roofs. We have a limited time green pizza, you can see that on the menu. What else? It says Merry St. Patrick's Day on the sign. And one thing I'm going to point out is there's actually the snowman villagers aren't here at the moment. I don't know why that is, but just thought I'd point that out. And as you can see, there is now, it seems to be a sign or something on the castle door. So I know there's still a barrier, but we can actually enter the forest now. So let's make our way up to the top of the hill and to the castle, and we can see what the sign says. So yeah, there's a lot of decorations in the forest I'm going to show you, and there's a few St. Patrick's Day items we can also pick up. One thing I just want to point out first though is you see we have these shamrocks on the floor. There's going to be loads of them around the forest, and you see two of them are 3-leaf clovers, and then the one in the middle is a 4-leaf kind of lucky clover. So I'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. So first I just want to show off, over here we have some ice cream floats. I know in a previous video Rocket Snail shared on Twitter that he was thinking of putting root beer here, but he decided to go with ice cream floats in the final version. For you who don't know, ice cream floats are basically soda with ice cream on top. So it's not an Irish thing. It's actually an American thing. I think I've only had one once, I believe. But yeah, it kind of does look like beers, I guess, so maybe that's why he decided to go with that for Box Critters. Then if we make our way over here, we can see there's more shamrocks on the ground. The signs say Happy St. Patrick's Day. And then over here we have this statue of a hamster wearing kind of like a St. Patrick's Day kind of dress, I believe. The reason why I think it's a dress is you'll see in a few minutes. And then over here we have our first item out of the 3 items that are currently available, and this is the Leprechaun Suit. So this is the suit that I'm wearing right now. It is the suit that was teased on Twitter a while back from Rocket Snail. And then over here we have some Irish traditional instruments. So over here we have the harp, then we have the fiddle, then we have the tin whistle, and then we have the bodhrán, which is like a handheld kind of drum. And then if we go through here, there's not much, but there's some shamrocks. Up here to the left, we have this critter kind of stone carving that we saw teased a while ago, wearing the top hat that my critter is wearing, and then the orange kind of beard that is a part of the suit that I'm wearing right now, the leprechaun suit. And then over here there is nothing, but there is one thing I want to point out, which is this kind of shadow. And there's nothing here to cast the shadow, so I believe something will be added later on, which I will get into in a bit. So let's just make our way back around. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think of this so far, because honestly this is really awesome. There is going to be another update coming soon. Again, I will talk a little bit about that later on in the video. And so over here we have our second item out of the 3 possible items we can redeem at the moment. This is the Leprechaun Lady. So this is kind of like the dress, the female version of the suit that I'm currently wearing. And if you notice, this is actually very similar to what this hamster stone critter is wearing. So the critter in the cave that I was just in is wearing kind of the male suit, and then you see this critter is wearing the female version. And if you do notice, there is a kind of another item here, and so maybe that's one of the items we may be getting in a little while. Again, I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the video. So if we go over here, there's just more shamrocks. And then over here we finally see the sign, Happy St. Patrick's Day, now go away from the king, and we can't enter, it's kind of locked. So we haven't actually seen the king in the Box Critters universe yet, however we have seen some teasers and stuff on Twitter. I'll put that on the screen right now. So yeah, I'm sure we will see the king eventually once all the monsters and the light RPG game comes to the forest. So let's make our way over here, and I showed this in a previous video. It was kind of in the background of the twins' monitors when Jen posted the picture on Twitter, where it says a banner of Happy St. Patrick's Day with some more shamrocks. I just want to point out the animation for the shamrocks is actually really cool, and we have more kind of shamrocks hanging from the trees as well. This was previously, when the forest was out during December, we had all these Christmas decorations here, but now they've been replaced with St. Patrick's Day decorations. And then if we make our way down here, you can see there is another shadow, but there is nothing there to cast it. So, yep, I'll talk a little bit about that later on in a few minutes. Then if we go down here to the cave, there's nothing really in here. Just some more shamrocks. And then of course if we go left down here, we are back to the beginning. However, our last item that we can redeem at the moment is up here. And yeah, let's get that. So that is the Leprechaun hat that I'm currently wearing. So that is the full suit that we saw previously on Twitter. And then over here we have this awesome kind of float of a hamster wearing the leprechaun top hat and suit. You know, St. Patrick's Day is always celebrated with big kind of St. Patrick's Day parades, and that's always full of, you know, floats and big things. So this is really cool. I like this a lot. And then lastly, if we go up here, you will see there is these pots of gold, but currently it's blocked by these barriers that we can't get into it. So this is where I will talk about the 4-leaf clover. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4-leaf clovers up here, and scattered around the map are 4-leaf clovers. So I was talking to the twins last night, and they were basically saying that there's going to be another update to the forest, which is going to include kind of like a treasure hunt, but we are basically going to have to find these 4-leaf clovers around the forest. And when we find all 8 of them, and it'll kind of go up every time we find one, I presume the lights will kind of light up. And when we find all of them, the gate will open, and then we are allowed in, and we will be able to redeem this kind of pot of gold item as well. So that is pretty cool. And the thing about the shadows that we see is, if I look into the game files, I'll put a photo of it up now, you'll see there are 2 kind of more items. We have a pot of kind of fiddles. So yeah, we have the pot of fiddles that you can see here, and then we have the pot of kind of, it's another kind of leprechaun hat, but with ginger curly hair underneath. So I believe this shadow here and the other one by the cave is casted by these pot of items. So I presume these are going to be more redeemable items that we might see in the second update to the forest that comes with the kind of shamrock hunt as well. So yeah, expect to see maybe updated maybe later on today or in a few days. Either way, looking really forward to this hunt and getting the other items soon. And that's going to be everything in this video. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more Box Critters content in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.